Welcome to Toffee TV. It is your comments for Brighton Hove Albion 1, Everton 1. Let's get straight into it. Macca_13. What does Lookman have to do to get game time? Koeman continues to play his favourites and is stubborner than Martinez. No positivity from the off. 2 CDMs against Brighton and can't see this on 6 million a year. Bullshit from Ronald. Yeah, Macca, where is Lookman? Why wasn't he in the 18? You know, surely he's the X-factor player who could have come on and maybe turn that game in our favour. Koeman plays his favourites. Well, I think all managers have the favourites, don't they? But I agree, there was no need for 2 defensive midfield players against Brighton. We've got to get away from that if we're going to start winning football matches. Thomas Woods, as a pro sports writer, paid and all, I have really bite my finger when hammering words about Everton on my computer, but now I cannot contain myself. What you have said, about our under-23s is almost telepathic. Give Unsworth a shot. He's won us a trophy as a manager. The PL2 title still counts. Where's Koeman's trophy? I can't believe that Burnley was the only unexpected loss. If we expect to lose, why did the players turn up? For me, that represents the ultimate betrayal. I feel absolutely sick to my stomach, and this is not the club I thought I knew and loved. Yeah, listen, we're all biting our fingers and hands and everything else because it's frustrating at the moment. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. But it is. The Unsworth thing, he's done very, very well at under-23 level. You know, he's in charge of the academy, he's overseeing a lot of things. And a lot of people probably would like to see David Unsworth as Everton manager. Is Koeman's time up? Who knows? But the one thing is it getting better? That's what you have to ask yourself in this situation. Is it getting any better? Can we see the shoots of recovery? Can we see a formation, a way of playing, a pattern? I can't at the moment. Doesn't mean it is. Just me personally, I'm struggling with it. As in terms of the unexpected losses, that to me is horrendous. It's a horrendous line. I don't know what Mashiri was thinking of with that kind of rubbish, because I don't expect Everton to lose any game. Maybe the Anfield derby, but if I was a player, I certainly would never expect to lose a match. I never ever expected to lose any game I played in as a player. You know, you knew that some games were tougher. You'll all be the same. Everyone watching this who's played football, have you ever gone out expecting to lose a game? You shouldn't have done, because at the end of the day it's 11v11. You might have looked at a game and gone, this is a tough game, but you know what, if we do our jobs and we have a little bit of a break, why can't we win the game? And so if we're going out going, lads, you know, be a tough game this, and you'll probably lose, but at least if you do, that can never be accepted. Even if it's an unspoken thing, it can't be expected, I don't think, anyway. Yeah, and that's certainly not Everton I want to be, you know, supporting. I want to be supporting an Everton team that thinks it can win every single time it gets onto that pitch. So yeah, K Mansfield, 5 goals in 8 Premier League games, 3 for Rooney, 2 for Niasse from the bench. Says it all, really. It does. 5 goals in 8 Premier League games. It's shocking. It's absolutely awful. Add that to 13 away games without a win. It's absolutely diabolical. And you know, I don't know, I just think something's got to change, because if we carry on doing the same thing with the same system, these records are, you know, our goal ratio is going to be really bad. I think we're -8 already, and we only played 8 games. Really poor. JW Geezer, we scraped a draw against a very ordinary side. We've been disjointed all season. It's getting worse rather than better, and Koeman has to go. We could very easily have lost every Premier League game since Stoke. City were better than us with 10 men. Bournemouth should have gone 2-0 up, and we survived with a late penalty today. Also, we're creating nothing and don't look like ever doing so. It's very difficult to argue against that. You know, they were ordinary. No disrespect to Brighton, they've only just come up, so they are a limited side. But we have been disjointed all season. Are we getting better? or worse? What do you think? Are we getting better or worse? I don't think we're getting any better at the moment, and that needs to change. We could have, well, yeah, listen, we could have lost every game since Stoke, but the City game, we had a counter-attack in the 93rd, 94th minute, and if Bezic would have passed it to Calvert-Lewin, we probably would have won the game. Bournemouth should have gone 2-0 up, they should have done. But then again, Burnley, we should have been 3 up before they scored. So I don't know whether you can look at it like that. I understand what you're saying, and there is truth in that. I think it's difficult to say, we could have lost this or this would have happened, but the bottom line is true. We are creating nothing, and we don't look like doing so. So something has got to change quickly. Mark Hansen, yeah, eases my pain watching this as it's so accurate, and I know I'm not the only one going through this shit. Koeman out for me before it's too late. I'd even take Moyes back short term to steady the ship. I'm really worried at the moment for us Evertonians in regards to getting relegated, and haven't been since our dogfight in the 90s. I wouldn't have Moyes back. We do need to steady the ship a little bit, and it is worrying because look, last season we finished 7th. We could have finished higher if we'd have won a couple of more away games, and we spent a hell of a lot of money in the summer. We spent 150 odd million pounds in the summer. Forget the Lukaku money. We had 155 million pound that we laid out in the summer, so that should have given us a better team. And I do believe we bought some good players, but if you don't know how to use the players you've got, what's the point? What is the point? There seems to be a whole confusion around what Everton are at the moment. Maybe, and coming from Farhad Moshiri in the board, down to Ronald Koeman, down to the players. Are we a club that is trying to get into the elite clubs, be in the mix, trying to get top 4, trying to win trophies, or are we happy to just be the 7th best team in the Premier League, or are we happy to survive? Whichever. If we want to truly upset the elite, truly get in and be a top, or trying to fight to be a top 4 side, buying better players, playing in a big stadium, trying to win titles, trophies, let's start acting like it. Let's start putting some levels down, and if people fall below it, we take action, whether that be a player, whether that be a coach, whether that be a manager, whether that be someone at board level. Because until we start acting like a truly elite club, if you want to use that phrase, then we're gonna fall short, aren't we? And we're falling short now. It needs addressing, whether it's with removing the manager, whether it's removing some of these players and changing them with others. We need to take action now. Andrew Ryan, he should have gone after the Burnley game, would have given us 2 weeks to get a replacement in and start working with players, would have also shown the ambition of the board. Instead the board come out and not only support him, but say we expect to get beat by teams we spent £150 million trying to get closer to. A new manager could have saved our season now. By the time the board grow up here and pull the trigger, we'll be out of the Europa League, the League Cup, and could be in a relegation scrap. Nothing like a positive message. But Andrew, you know what? A lot of it's true. I don't know whether we should remove him or we shouldn't. I don't know. I'm all over the place. Ideally, I just want him to be boss, and I want us to be boss. I don't love the idea of removing managers early, but Roberto Martinez should have been removed after 18 months, and he wasn't, and it was left, and it got worse and worse. I don't know whether it's going to get any better with Koeman. It may well do, but at this moment in time, there's nothing that's going to suggest that we're going to flip this on its head, because we haven't got a Romelu Lukaku, we haven't got Ross Barkley at the moment, and we don't kind of have an identity. So I think that's where I'm a bit like that with, like I said to you, ideally I just want him to get it right and be boss, so we can just forget about the manager and concentrate on the team. But if the manager's part of the problem, I don't know. Judge me as a cow, what a name. I wouldn't be surprised if Everton get relegated this season. No goal scorer, leaky defence, lacking creativity. There's only one solution: David Moyes. Not for me, although all that is scary. You know, we aren't scoring goals, we are letting goals in, we're not creating loads. They are problems that normally associate themselves with teams that are in relegation fights, so we need to address this very quickly and get it sorted. Mr. Dominic, so Moshiri, was this an expected result? I can't answer that, Mr. Dominic. I didn't expect it, I thought we'd win. Tank C, he is clueless as a manager, he will never learn, the stubborn fuck. He strikes me as a manager who is here for this big fat contract, no heart, no passion, sack him now. I don't expect him to get the sack anyway because our board is full of cowards who lack ambition. A lot of money spent on wrong players, and we will probably lose Lookman, who will probably go on to be a top player. Is it the board's fault if we've bought the wrong players, or is it the manager, or is it Steve Walsh? The manager's fault that Lookman's not playing, there is. The manager's fault he's stubborn, there is. I don't know, Tank. I don't know. It's all a little bit of a mess at the moment. James Dunlop, who the fuck is going to replace him? There are not many top managers out there. I'm not keen on Tuchel. Also, why the hell would Carlo Ancelotti come to us? There's no ambition in the club. Bill Kenwright is so deluded. Woods and Elstone, what the fuck do they do? Give me one realistic name to replace Koeman other than Ancelotti and Tuchel. All we get as fans is fucking dog shit, I'm guessing that's what it is. Every time. The board have got to go, as well as Koeman. Moshiri, sort it out. I personally want Tuchel. I suppose if you're looking at realistic names to replace Koeman, Sean Dyche, David Unsworth, they're probably realistic. We've been linked with Fonseca today, Shakhtar Donetsk manager. I don't know. In terms of getting rid of the board, I can't see that happening either, James. Blueno67, I actually wanted us to lose today when we went 1-0 down. I thought it would end Koeman's reign earlier. Get the fat out of our club. Sick of hearing his excuses now, he's clueless. Sick of watching Everton's negative football. It is quite grim, this, isn't it? There's a lot of people that have had enough now of the current regime. I don't know. I think in times like this, I think 12 months ago when we were struggling, Ronald Koeman, he'd only just come in and you'd have to give him the time to sort. I remember people wanting him out last year, and it was a case of, it's not his team, you've got to let him find a way of playing, get the players up to speed and see how we go from there. And he did turn it round, didn't he? This time it's his players, and I don't think it should look as though we're starting again, and it kind of does. Only this time we haven't got Ross Barkley and we haven't got Romelu Lukaku, and that is what worries me, that we haven't got goals, we haven't got a chief creator, and we haven't got a way of playing, and that is worrying. Matt, why do people see this as acceptable? Any other club like City, the shite etc. would have sacked him. It's madness if this is allowed to continue. Someone should grow a set and show him the door. I'm not gonna not going to disagree, Matt, or agree. And that's it. They're your comments. You want to feature on this, get your comments into us after the game. Let us know your thoughts on Arsenal. It'll be now next Sunday. Hopefully they're all positive because we beat Arsenal. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click the button now. Also click the bell button if you want notifications every time we put a new video on. And also, why not join us on Patreon? See you soon on Toffee TV.